So in this screen recording, I have Googled Qualifax Points Calculator, and this is the page I've arrived on. You can see it here. And I've entered certain subjects for a student, and I've entered one too many. So this student is doing maths, English, Irish, accounting, biology, French, and engineering. They're doing them all at higher level, and I'm going to put in grades now. So imagine it's a very academic student. They get a H2 in maths, which they get bonus points for, H3 in English, H3 in Irish, H4 in accounting, H2 in biology, and in French they get a H6, for example, and in engineering a let's say H3. Now we have 7 subjects, of which the top 6 are counted for the purpose of leaving cert points for the CAO. And we're also going to add in the link modules. And in that, we're awarding the student a distinction. So let's calculate the points. And you can see they've got 498 points. Now let's check and see, did the LCV contribute to the student's points total? So I remove the LCVP, select, and I'm going to calculate the points. And it remains the same. So a top student who is hitting above 66 points in every subject will not require the LCVP for the purpose of points. Now, if this student were to drop down and let's say do ordinary level Irish, now they still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 subjects at higher level, and they're doing ordinary level Irish. If we calculate now, LCVP, distinction, calculate the points, and they are going to get 487. If I take out the distinction, let's see what they have. 487 still. But when students move further down in terms of the number of higher level subjects, or their grades are a little bit lower, then the LCVP kicks in. So without dropping a subject, we could have accounting maybe going to a H5. So they're doing 6 higher level subjects, and the lowest grade they have is a H5 in the higher level. They're not counting their points for Irish because it doesn't fit into the top 6. We have no LCVP, and let's calculate the points. The points are now 477. If I add in the LCVP distinction, let's see what we have now. 487. So now the LCVP has given the student who is doing 6 higher level papers 10 extra points. Now, if I change things around a little bit, the student is, let's say we have a student who is doing ordinary level maths, they get an O2, higher level English, H3, ordinary Irish, then accounting, biology, French, engineering at higher level. They have no LCVP, and let's see what points they get. Calculate the points, and they get 410 points. If I add in the LCVP distinction, calculate the points, now they have 430 points. And if we go down and we do one less higher level paper, biology at ordinary level, we're still doing no LCVP. Calculate the points, 368, but if I add in the LCVP, calculate the points, we now have 20 extra points in the Leaving Cert. So the LCVP really kicks in and adds value. It adds the level, it adds an extra higher level subject in terms of points, because you're talking about 60 to 70% in a higher level paper is what the distinction in an LCVP gives you in terms of points. Now, in Gore Community School, as I was saying, 50% of people on average every year, and that's way above the national average, get a distinction in the LCVP, and it is very, very useful in terms of attaining points. Now I'm going to go on and show you one other thing here. These are the 5th-year options of Gort Community School, and I'll scan down through this. There you can see the subjects. You can pause the video if you want to have a look at them and read them more closely, but really I want to concentrate right now on the LCVP. So the first question on the bottom of the page is, do you wish to do the LCVP? And tick that. Next page has the LCVP vocational subject groupings. Now, if you want to do LCVP, you must choose these subjects. You must choose, your subjects must match one of these groupings. So here we can see them again. Choose 2 from any one of the vocational subject groupings below. You may pause the video and read them here. Or you can look at them on the attached document that I'm going to send with this video. In Gort Community School, it's also a requirement that students taking LCVP must choose either French or Spanish as an option. Now, I said earlier that if you're not going to do a language, you really need to talk to the school immediately. You need to contact Mr. Killian and ask him, is it possible to do a LCVP without a language? So now we go back to the slide. And as you can see on the slide here, the Leaving Cert points system. And in this way, you can see the value of a distinction in LCVP towards your Leaving Cert and towards entry to college.